Go ahead.
Welcome to the stream, gamers. We're 10 minutes out of ADV Revival 3 Grand Finals. I'm joined by Tetrafolium and Xtina. Tetra, how's it going?
Hey,
Going well.
Xtina, how are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling delightful. Very excited to watch this finals.
Captain Ahab in the chat asking the important questions along with Edia. Are we gaming? We are. We will be gaming very shortly in just 10 minutes. This is going to be insane. Many gamers started in this tournament, including three of us. Xtina, did you enter?
Did I enter? No, not this one, but hopefully the next.
Yeah. Well, two of us entered, and at least one of us actually made top 32. Perhaps even two of us. Who's to say? Who could ever know such a thing? No, Tetra made a crazy run. Tetra, if you just won like 4 or 5 more times, we could have been watching you right now.
Hey, all I'm going to say is had my round of 32 set gone differently, then grand finals would look different.
Oh, okay. So you played one of the gamers that made it this far. That's kind of
right.
crazy.
I'm going to claim that if Prinz wins this, then I got closer than anybody to beating him in bracket because we played a 4-game best of 3.
Word. Did you like prep
That's
against
dope.
him a lot? Do you know?
Yes, I did. I did prep against him a lot, so I have a good idea of the types of teams he might bring.
Word. Very good.
It's going to be a lot of offense, so hopefully we won't be here too long. Although I like long games, so actually, hopefully he switches it up.
Should be a fun set. Do we know if it's best of 5 this year?
It is. Yeah, it's always been best of 5, I think. I'm pretty sure at least.
Yeah, it has. It has. The first 2 iterations, it definitely was.
It's hype. Best of 5 is a rarity in Pokemon, and it's understandably so. But coming from the Melee community, where sometimes even in pool play, sets will be best of 5. It's cool to get back to a series like that where somebody can take a 2-0 lead and still not win the set. You have to win that 3rd game to close it out. And the other guy can bring it back, forcing a game 5. It's not really something that you often see in Pokemon, unless you're Tetra and you somehow end up with a tie and go to a game 4 in a best of 3. That's even more rare in something like Smash. But
It happened to me in Mushi and in Revival. What are the odds of that?
that is cool.
There was this one best of 5 tour that Coltior hosted on Smogon a couple years ago, which was an anonymized tour. And so there was no scouting or prep required. It was just like load what you think is good into like your anonymous opponent. And it was anon all the way up. It was so fun. Z Panther and I had some crazy games in that one, we later learned. But yeah, it's we'll see if that format ever makes a return. But yeah, best of 5 is just like hard to do in Mons because of like the burden of scouting, which is why things like SPL, ostensibly the most competitive tour, are best of 1, which a lot of people have a lot of thoughts about that, myself included. But excited to see a best of 5 today.
I've heard many a BKC rant about this very topic.
Oh yeah, justifiably so. It's kind of cringe to be playing a best of 1 set against a person in a game with so many RNG elements and things such as that. Like best of 3 is like a nice sweet spot, but yeah, best of 1 feels pretty bad sometimes. I get why they do it in team tours, because like the rest of the team is theoretically supposed to be able to balance that out almost in the same way that like a best of 5 might. But yeah, still not my favorite.
Yeah,
I'm going to reserve my opinions because I'm not an SPL gamer.
It's weird for SPL is by many considered to be basically like the most prestigious tournament in Pokemon of the year for singles, right? It's like it's not the Super Bowl because it's not one event, but if you win SPL, like that's of the biggest achievements in the community, if not the biggest. But for it to come down to a series of best of 1s, it does feel like a slight I don't want to say that it's like incongruent, but like, is it appropriate? But at the same time, like best of 3s, like now you have to prepare like 3 times as many teams. like the level of preparation, dedication, you know, is it reasonable to require that from these gamers? What with, you know, the amount of prep that already goes into just bringing a single team against somebody's scout. That's not really for me to say. I'm nowhere near the level where I would ever be expected to do something like that. But yeah, I'd be curious to see what, you know, more people that are actually playing those sets think about that. The prevailing sentiment in Pokemon seems to be that people are more likely to prefer the shorter sets to the longer ones just because of like the prep that goes in, and there's not really another kind of like competitive game out there. Like Melee, Smash, you have your main, you study matchups, but you don't have to create a team. There's not that like element of surprise. You're not trying to exploit other people's habits in that kind of a way that requires that kind of preparation, while also trying to avoid being exploited by your opponent. But Prince and Christos are going to have to potentially have up to 10 or more teams. We could go into a second set. We could have 2 best of 5s. We could have, you know, game 6 in a best of 5 if there's a tie. So yeah. it's gonna be exciting to see what these gamers have in store for us, for sure.
Definitely.
And we have a I have no idea what this is, but this is Gen 3 on Smog Tours, Garpachi versus Charku. Could be, and I think OBS is disconnected and then subsequently reconnected. I think we're good.
Sounds good. The text on the stream is a little crispy, but perhaps there's nothing to be done about that. Maybe that's not coming through to the viewers.
Is it tough for you to make out what's going on?
Not so tough. It is visually legible. Chat, how are things looking on your end? It's just a little crunchy. I can still make out what everything says.
Witgiz, that's an interesting perspective. Witgiz, who actually beat me in ADV Revival 3,
okay,
round 2 or round 3. So screw you, by the way. Also, fellow ADV YouTuber, check out his channel sometime. Says could name 30 ADV players, couldn't name a single SPL team. That's like that's the Gymflation / Revival like community thing, I think. Like if you're traditionally, if you've been on like Smogon for like a decade, you probably know what's going on with SPL. But if you joined because you fell in love with, you know, Jim's YouTube channel, you know, you're probably like from like a more casual Pokemon side that maybe you've gotten more interested in the competitive side more recently. And there's not as much like big YouTube content for like SPL unless you're watching why can't I think of the one guy who makes Freeze-Eye. Freeze-Eye makes some pretty good content occasionally for some of those bigger tournaments, but besides him, I don't see a ton of SPL stuff.
Commentaries, at least on ADV SPL.
What's that?
Gold Mason was covering some ADV games in SPL.
Yeah, he very much was. I miss him posting to his YouTube channel as well.
Who knows? Maybe he'll come back, and if he doesn't, then that's fine as well, because he does enough for the community.
One of the hardest working people in ADV for sure, and just in Mons in general these days. Bro's been going crazy.
I'm gonna start a poll here.
Sounds good.
Okay, so Tetra, you were saying you did a little bit of scouting on one of the players. Who did you learn about, and what can you tell us as we wait for Game 1 to begin shortly here, folks?
Yeah, so in the round of 32, I played against Prince. Well, I mean, spoiler alert, he beat me. That's why he's here and I'm not.
True.
But we played a 4-game best of 3 because we ended up tying in game 2. So I went up 1-0 and then was not able to close out the game, and it came down to a tie.
So you almost 2-0'd.
Later I realized that I had a line to 2-0 him, but unfortunately didn't see that in the game.
That's crazy.
So, but he's a great player, of course. He's very much into like these offense teams from what I saw in the scout. It's like slop-esque, maybe a little bit more like in the 24 mix-off style, if you're familiar with that. He's also into like the Doug Lead stuff, setting up weather clear for Snorlax. So should be some faster paced games, I would anticipate. Christos, on the other hand, I do not know much about.
Christos, yeah, he's a player from Greece. He was on the Circus Maximus Tigers SPL team. Has a Smogon join date of 2010, so has been around. I'm currently compiling a scout of his teams as we speak from this tournament, so we can have more to say about that in a little bit.
2010
Lots
is
of
pretty OG.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
For sure. Totally. So definitely been around. Perhaps known a bit better for other tiers than ADV, but certainly has a great record thus far, making it to finals of this event. That's pretty crazy.
Wait, I want to make sure that we get this straight for everybody watching. And it's embarrassing that I'm even having to double check this, but is top 32 double elim? Or are both of the players and winners, it's single elim, there's no winners, losers bracket?
I think it's single elim.
I think that's what I get tripped up on, because like the Gymvitationals are double elim, like top invite. But for ADV, once you make it, ADV Revival, once you make it to top 32, like it's single and best of 5. Okay, so there's no shot of a set 2, unless they gentlemen to a set 2, which would be unprecedented.
Which, I'll be honest, I wouldn't do that.
Christo's the huge favorite so far, with 68% of the vote to win set 1 of 1.
We need Prinz to get some more votes, all right? Because let's think about it like this: how likely is it that Prinz played another game 4 best of 3? And if the answer is very unlikely, then that means that if Prinz wins this, then I was the closest to eliminating him of anybody. And I need that for my my ego. So
we'll let you have it. Here we go. I just dropped a bunch of this guy's replays. If you want to pull it up on the scouter, or I could do so. They're in the oh well, wait. Control A. Of course, Control A doesn't work on Discord.
Dude, I hate that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, game 1 started. Game 1 has begun.
Okay.
Oh my god. Lead Tar and Elite Starmie. The first question that you have to ask is it the Mystic Water Starmie that can OHKO most bulky Tar with a single pump?
I would imagine
so,
but
I wouldn't put it.
I would imagine Tar's. Yeah, Tar's got to be switching out of this. That is just simply not something you want to risk a lot of the time. But we'll see if that is in fact the case.
I mean, even if it's not Mystic Water, do you want Tyranitar to take that damage early on like this? I don't know.
For sure.
Okay, and it was Hydro Pump coming down, Blissey. The special walls
Let's
here.
see if it was Mystic Water. Yes, in fact it was. Okay, definitely an offensive team then. This mon fits on a lot of like mixed offense structures. The mixed Mystic Water me. So let's see. We got a Tyranitar and a Blissey revealed for Christos, so already looking to be more of like a balancey structure, potentially even simply very defensive. But you know, I guess it depends on what else would be in the back, because like Blissey is going to be your best switch into Starmie pretty much no matter what.
Right.
Even if there's like a Milotic in the back, like that can just sort of thunderbolt you, and you're already getting into situations you don't want to be in. So Blissey would be the case there. So we don't know a whole lot about this team so far.
And you can tell this is already not the kind of team that Prinz was hoping to find. When you have this lead Starmie, you're kind of hoping that they don't have such a strong special wall like Blissey that can just easily come in on that Starmie. Like a lot of Classico teams don't have a water resist, and it's like, where do I go? What wants to take an entire Hydro Pump? Fortunately for Christos, he's got that Blissey, and now he gets a Pert switching into a T-Tar.
Okay, so it looks like that was a Suit Tar, potentially without Hidden Power Grass, because we got a 4 on the field. So it may very well be that Starmie is 4 attacks and doesn't carry spin, because Fortress is taking care of that. I imagine Fortress will probably want to lay down a spike here. Tyranitar coming in on Fortress, posturing that it's a mixed Tar or a Suit Tar. Let's see what happens here. I imagine Fortress will probably retreat. What will be chosen to take the hit from the Tar?
Yeah, if it's represented Fire Blast, that is that's interesting. Like your Starmie resists it, but HP Grass.
Calling out a
possibly?
Pert switch. They're both doing hard call outs on each other. Friends, wow. Staying there is crazy. That like almost implies that this is like a offensive fortress team, like not even a balance, like being willing to risk 4 there. And very interesting, like, you know, earthquaking to hit T-Tar, also calling out a potential mag, which is interesting. Haven't seen like the balancy monster there. Fire Blast connects with the me. Okay, so we've got a mixed EQ Fire Blast T-Tar.
No, the EQ was from the 4E. We've seen HP Grass.
Oh,
Fire
you're right.
Blast.
Yeah, what am I doing? I'm so sorry.
I think this is mixed Tar, and Prince is just on top of it so far with winning both of those interactions.
Yeah, and it definitely appears to be like a fast Lum mixed Tar, given the fact that it's not healing right now and it's clicking special moves.
And getting the Tar in front of the Bliss. Another beautiful switch from Prince.
Certainly.
So we're gonna have to see an answer to the Swampert switch and probably just take some damage if you're Prince.
Especially with the spike, like I don't hate like a double edge or an earthquake click here. And meta actually comes in on sub. So this T-Tar is looking to get a focus punch off.
A punch, yeah. Could be like Boatar or interesting. 4E plus that. So
no lefties on the meta. Could be like Luma Jill, could be CB. Just clicking earthquake.
Totally.
Oh my gosh, and Fire Blast meta lives. But it's now a spike sack and no pinch berry.
So this is like a fake suit Tar, potentially. Either that or it's like, well, it could be like pursuit substitute, like just like with sub in the flex slot.
Yeah, Gar comes in. If this is CB, then this meta is dead unless there's a spinner in the back for Christos. It's gonna be a spike sack.
Totally. Could switch to Blissey to preserve it, but if Gar is like too threatening, because Prince has already shown some like pretty wacky sets here in the form of like whatever's going on with that Tar. Okay. Ice Punch connects.
Blissey again serving as such a strong mon to just come in on a variety of threats. Can choose to heal up here. Would give T-Tar the ability to come in. And Prince is going to go 4 and take the T-Wave there.
Makes sense.
A little bit nerve-wracking for Christos' side because of an explosion coming down from the Gengar could have been devastating depending on what the rest of the teams are.
For sure.
Flanky exclaiming, Blissey is carrying, bro. Flanky, what else is new, man? You know it and I know it. Blissey just got ranked the 3rd best Pokemon in the entire tier with this month's ADV viability rankings recently having come out. That's the highest that she's been in quite some time. You're seeing why right now. The Wish Pass to the T-Tar, living the Earthquake, healing up.
Keep out.
Another tough turn here for Prince. Christos getting back a little bit of momentum. Obviously threatening the Fire Blast.
Totally. And it's still pretty ambiguous whether or not Christos has spike removal. And like clearly he's gonna have like almost certainly some kind of like ground immunity in the back. Just some sort of fast speed control mon. We haven't seen spikes from Christos, so I'm not exactly sure that it could be Aerodactyl. Okay, Fire Blast connects on the Gar. Going hard Gar into Tar.
The T-Tar switch in is not what you often see. Just gonna HP grass it down.
Okay, so this is a true mixed Tar.
With rock coverage. There goes the Gengar.
Absolutely.
Okay, so if Christos does have a spinner in the back, with all these grounded mon, I wouldn't be that surprised, I suppose, to see one. They've just eliminated the spin blocker.
You know, actually, this team looks quite familiar to a team that I brought against Prince, but I had Ancient Power on Tyranitar rather than Rock Slide.
There's the Spike Sack to immediately get Blissey in and likely get a free heal or maybe a wish. Z-Panther called out that this was Kurt Spikes like 500 years ago, and he was very correct about that. Jolteon's going to be able to pass a sub somewhere and get something safely in, maybe this T-Tar.
Yeah, there's still an unrevealed rock resist in the back, which is, I think, more likely to be Metagross, given how bad the rest of this team is at breaking through Blissey.
True.
Unless certain mons are specifically teched for that. Like, I mean, Tar, if it's a sub punch, because like if it is like a boa variant with fire, could very well threaten that, but Kurt might want to protect here. Oh, no,
Just
okay,
crunch.
just crunch. Yeah, scouting for grass, but
yeah, this could be HP
yeah,
Grass Starmie because I'm looking around, or maybe HP Grass Jolt. It's got to be on one of them
Yeah.
I would
I
think.
want grass jolt on this because the rest of your team kind of like blanks into Pert without it. You got to have grass coverage sprinkled throughout a team like this for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as Flanky says, hardly anything in that team can handle Blissey. So yeah, I imagine it's got to be a Metagross. So you probably don't want to reveal or get chipped until like Pert has been handled a little bit. So I would expect to see some kind of like YOLO boom or something on it at some point. Like Furia has been kind of just like coming in and clicking Earthquake instead of opting for another layer of spikes, but we'll see. Because Christos very well could have Claydol in the bag, although triple rock resist is pretty rare. It could happen. Wow, not scared of being rolled. Getting a second layer of spikes up.
There's the third layer. Wow, and this is after they lost the spin blocker, like we mentioned. So if there is a spinner in the back, this could be a decent spot for Christos. But oh my God, going Gengar on the boom. Nice catch.
Very good.
All right, just checking here. The T-Tar is down to 30%. Blissey is very healthy. Pert very healthy. Gengar just came in at 100%. Christos' team is looking pretty healthy, or at least what's left of it. The Starmie's at 66%. But with all these layers, do we think that Prinz is in the lead here? How do you guys feel about the match so far?
Well,
a little hard to say. I need to know what the last is.
Oh, missing the wisp and getting crunched. Okay.
That's tough. I think like 3 spikes down with 3 grounded mons at least is like pretty tough. But the fact that like Swampert and Blissey are both still so high health against like teams that seemingly struggle to deal with them, because if this Tar is like Focus Punch, which I mean it could be like a Fire Boa.
Oh, it's Starmie. It's Starmie last. Wow.
If I'm Prinz, I'm just gonna crunch here, I think.
I don't think you have much of an option. Yeah, the spin, you can't deny it, so at least eliminate the Starmie.
Yeah. Totally. Okay. Well,
probably didn't matter.
Yeah, no, it definitely didn't. That almost certainly killed, unless it was like a weird, like
Super Spadef Starmie.
Yeah, totally. Which I'm not thinking so. And even then, like at 76, that's still killing. Assuming like max special attack on the Tar. So we are now in a pretty interesting game state, where this Tar is very threatening to the other 2 members of the team, but not to this Pert. So trading a lot of HP on it, I feel like is screaming like Metagross in the back.
Right.
Throw him on that's like, well, I mean, maybe it isn't actually that good into Blissey if it doesn't have Focus Punch, but I imagine that it would. But okay. Let's see what special attacker is going to get chucked into Swampert next.
This is tough. Either way, the
Jolteon
Blissey switch is
50-50.
Yeah, I like the Jolt because then you can sub or Baton Pass on them going to Blissey and then get your Metagross in. Weird spot. You can't just straight up go meta. The Swampert's showing Earthquake. It's going to chip heal back up to 42%.
I mean, the perfect set that would win this game is HP Grass meta, but I presume that's not the case.
Yeah. Let's see. Has Pert shown Protect yet?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, then this is tough. Okay, going to Bliss. Makes sense.
Oh,
all right.
Nice read.
So I imagine S-Toss is getting clicked here. There's the Metagross. And now you're in kind of an uncomfortable position where if you go straight to Pert, that is a lot of chip. Might have to sack Tar here or something and just hope that the thing doesn't agility in your face, but...
Well, I wonder if staying in T-Wave is ever an option for Christos.
Okay,
if they have
that doesn't end up
and
mattering. Outspeed the T-Tar. Here's
either that or it wasn't that fast of a Tar.
I think Prinz has this. I think he should have enough to get through the Swampert and the Blissey, unless Christos really games. One of these special attackers should have a way through the Swampert. Meta's just gonna punch through on its own. That's crazy. Because there's no way the Starmie or the Jolteon can get through the Bliss at 100%.
Yeah, might have to call out a... I mean, this is a very interesting situation. Because that did 26 last time. If Pert Protect, you could get a special attacker in on it and sort of blow it up, but... Yeah, we
Can
really need
offensive
better-
Starmie come in on an Earthquake? I would think maybe not.
But if it's Death Pert, I mean, it doesn't have leftovers, which would create a lot of problems with like Protect and like sand stalling and switching to Blissey and stuff like that. But if it is like Grass Jolt, you could potentially afford to do that because Starmie is just not getting through Blissey.
Yeah, Prince may need to sack one of the special attackers and force a 50-50 where you either like go meta and get it in front of the Blissey or stay in and attack the Swampert switching in. And it looks like Jolteon is going to get sacked off to allow Starmie to come in.
This could have been Ice Jolt, I guess, because like if this team is really scared of DD Ments potentially, but let's see.
There's
okay.
a Swampert Protect. Get your chip heal.
Now here's the question: are we going to see a double to Blissey here, or
This
like a
is-
double
this
to
is
meta
it.
on the Blitz? This is
Yeah.
the turn that is this game.
And Blissey has T-Wave, so even if you double meta on Bliss right now, Bliss can take a hit from the meta. You'd have to explode. You'd have to explode on the Bliss staying in and T-waving you, and hope that they don't go to Pert on the explosion.
Okay, meta's here.
Okay, that was the right turn
That's
one
it.
for Prinz, but
Yeah,
this is
massive.
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see.
Do you
What
just-
gets clicked
Boom.
here?
Oh, just
Boom on
stays in and
Swampert,
mashes
which
no
loses.
boom. Gets T-waved.
Wow.
Mm.
Old Blissey's a freaking monster.
Yeah, 46 from
Chris
I
is
wonder if
has
that's
to keep the
Jolly
Swampert
Metagross
alive.
as well.
Swampert comes in
Okay.
on mash. No crit, no
Raise.
attack raise.
Okay.
Meta
well,
can't take the Earthquake. I think Swampert just cleans.
I think Meta
It
can
lives.
live barely. Yeah.
It lives, but so does Swampert. So does Swampert, and now Blissey will be able to outspeed and defeat Metagross, and Chrysos is going to take game one.
Barring like insane crit luck. But even then, Blissey, well,
I guess it's Surf Hydro Pump, like Mystic Water Hydro Pump crit. Could it do 54 to Blissey?
I mean, it is like
Crit
HP.
could.
It's HP invested Blissey. Because
No,
Mono
never
Bliss
mind.
can just dump all that in there.
Oh,
So.
it goes for freeze. Gets it.
That's-
Gets
Gets
the
it.
freeze. Prince
Oh,
What a
playing to his
hacker.
routes.
What a haxer. This is how
Okay.
he got me in game 2.
Going for Surf. One more Surf and no Thaw,
All right.
and Sand is going to kill.
Insane.
Goes for Pump.
Missed the
Doesn't
pump. Okay.
land it. Surf would have won.
Okay.
Prince.
Let's see.
I feel like you have to take
Gets
the
the pump.
freeze chance,
Oh my god.
right?
Wow.
Well, there's a 20% chance of thawing, 15%. No, it's 20% either way because Pump is 80%. So you I guess you click your favorite move. I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess. Well, no, but you have crit chance with Surf. This makes it slightly better.
That's actually that's true. That's actually true. Surf was I think strictly better, but holy shit, what a turnaround. Hits the freeze on the exact turn necessary to steal game 1 in grand finals. And double GG
What?
from these players. Holy moly. The lobby
I'm
is going
getting some deja
crazy.
vu right now.
My
As
heart
they
is racing.
should. Nuts. Well, this is time to be glad it's a best of 5 because, wow. But yeah, Christo's definitely showing his 15 years of experience with dealing with situations like this right here. Because yeah, that's a tough
Really?
GG to drop for sure.
Really
was
cool
insane.
team though. It's like Beer Lover, but you have a slightly different Blissey set, and then you get rid of the Skarmory from Metagross.
Yeah, just
Mhm.
mix off Beer Lover.
Yeah.
Kind of concealing that spinner in the back, waiting until the spin blocker was gone. Prince spent so many turns getting those spikes up and didn't get as much value as he might have thought he was going to. That was crazy. Heavy
Yeah.
Bow Guy, this is a single elim, no winners bracket, no losers. A single best of 5 with Prince having taken game 1.
It's true.
Dude, Flanky is popping off so hard right now with the hacks on Blissey. Let's go.
Yeah, well,
Let's
hopefully it
go,
doesn't
dude.
tilt him too much and he can play out the rest of the set as normal. But yeah, Prince's team, definitely like a known 6, a known quantity it seems. But that is a very interesting tar set.
That shit was insane.
Yeah, that absolutely was. I wonder if either of the players rethinking their game 2 team right now. Just taking a second to regroup after that.
Mhm.
Actually crazy. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna try to pull up Christos' scout to get a better idea of what we might be looking at in the next game. Here we go.
So I'm wondering if you're Christos here, like you basically had the game won. You just needed to not get frozen.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough.
Like, I think if I'm Christos, I feel pretty good about that. I would probably bring another balanced team.
Mhm. Really so.
I think so too. Like that's a sad thing. Like sometimes in Mons, like you get to a point where you're like, if I hit a single rock slide, I win the game. Like you earned yourself 90% equity. Like if you're playing, like you can't be results oriented in the sense of, okay, it didn't end up going my way. You figure out what was in your control, and you earned yourself a 90% win opportunity, and you have to take that. And you didn't happen to win. That's the game that we play. But you know, if you're playing poker, you know, you got it in good, as a card gamer would say. And you just gotta, you know, go next and tell yourself that if you can get yourself a 90% opportunity to win, you know, the next several games, you should walk away the champion of ADV Revival 3. And speaking of very strong gamers in ADV Revival 3, Georgie here, they're playing a Gen 7 OU match on Smog Tours. Not sure what this is, but
Georgie's team looks like something I would play.
yeah, they actually are. They're playing for a third place match later on today. I'm not planning on streaming that, but that is going to be happening. Them versus Blaze, I believe, for third place in ADV Revival 3. So check that out if you're interested in that.
Makes money, so somebody's getting my $300.
And here we go with the game 2.
All right, Zapdos versus Tar lead. If it's Slop Tar, probably gonna click Dragon Dance right away.
That'd be cool to see a little bit of Slop representation here in Grand Finals. If you're slightly newer or somehow living under an ADV rock, Slop is an archetype pioneered and popularized by Fradazi, who got second place in the gym fight. Go ahead.
Like this.
I'm trying to spread some misinformation. Go ahead.
If you're living under a rock and you don't know Slop, then you're gonna get rocked by all the rocks on Slop.
You
That
very
was
much
bars
will.
right there.
Yeah, and this is one of the few matchups in modern ADV where people aren't like, oh, both Mons should switch out. Like, Zapdos is definitely supposed to switch out, and H-Class preferred line in this situation is just raw focus punching with the Tar.
Yeah.
Because Zapdos isn't supposed to stay in unless it's some kind of like hidden power fighting cheese, which you kind of just gotta hold if your opponent brings that to game like 2 of Grand Finals.
Exactly, because then they have freaking choice ban HP fight Drill Peck Zapdos, which is not going to be as threatening to your team as a typical set. Big rock slide into the Suicune.
This could be an offensive Suicune given the fact that we've seen the Zapdos and that rock slide did so much raw.
Or CB Tar, one or the other. Because 30% is that's a chunk.
We always forget about the prospect of CB Tar on the lead.
Yeah, I need a Z Panther. Like, is CB Tar like outdated? Is it underrated? I need a new Z Panther video to eat my lunch too.
Let's see. Suicune being the T-Tar answer is interesting. A lot of the time, players will go into Metagross if they have it because against Zapdos, like it can take whatever attack really it needs to. Okay, we got a solid Surf coming out on the Gar. That's looking more like an offensive Suicune with how much that did.
Yeah.
Could be like a Suicune or something like that, but yeah, even offensive Gar taking that much from Surf, that implies that unless it's a very high roll, like that it's like a more offensive Gengar. So let's see what the response from Christos is. Do we have a good special answer in the back, like a sort of tank like Snorlax? This next turn will probably show us a lot about the shape of Christos's team, what we have to expect here. Prince almost certainly has a strong armory in the back, having shown Gengar and T-Tar.
Yeah, looking very standard. And based on the rock slide damage and the Suicune Surf into this Gengar, this looks like offensive Suicune. If this were like a normal Dragon Dance or BKC Tar, and this is a defensive Gengar, that would line up with an offensive Suicune based on what we've seen so far.
Nobody can hit with today.
This must be a Zapdug team from Christos.
Definitely,
definitely
looking like
possibly
a Doug trio.
CM Pass.
And there's the Skarm.
CM. Okay, so
Excellent
we
call
got
out by
CM
Tetra.
Pass probably. Yeah, so let's see if we've got Hidden Power Fire here to chip the Skarm.
Oh, the
Skarm
crit
refill.
is crazy. No
Ooh.
spikes for Prince.
Justice for game
Wow.
1.
Yeah, we're even now. We are arguably even now with Christos in a great spot now. Not going to have to deal with spikes whatsoever.
Yeah, that's brutal.
And
Spikes or Skarmory for that matter, which is
Right.
really, really tough.
that could be the
if
dedicated
this-
phaser to deal with, stat passing,
with-
CM passing.
Exactly this. Yeah. So we'll have to see if Prince has like an HP bug arrow in the back or some other thing that can interrupt this pass. Otherwise, this pass is probably going to go off successfully. Gengar potentially could boom, but that would just stop the pass. It wouldn't one-hit kill the Celebi, I don't think. So yeah, Prince clearly taking his time to think about what happens next because yeah, getting your Skarmory that was already like not spiking so it could roar this thing out crit is really rough. The dream scenario for CM Pass. So let's see, T-Tar is in.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
If this
It
is
could be-
CB, could be click an HP bug.
Mhm. But then if you're CB locked into whatever the recipient is, that could potentially be very bad.
Oh, just staying in a
Or-
Giga Draining, and it was DD all along, so that was offensive Suicune, not CB T-Tar.
Totally. And maybe yeah, offensive Suicune definitely makes sense on a build like this.
Oh, and Christos just lets the Celebi go.
Yeah, the
Is there
Celebi
a
very
Doug?
well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep, there it is. Okay, and let's see if the Doug is
Makes sense.
faster than the Tar. If this is Jolly Tar and this is like spec off Doug, things could get kind of rough. But it's looking like that is not the case.
Doug does outspeed.
Mhm.
I think that was a good line for Christos because very many teams, like these Doug offense styles, will just lose the game to +2 Tyranitar.
I agree.
So-
Mhm.
Yeah, you got to get rid of it. And I mean, even like that Suicune, which was the initial response to the T-Tar, took like a third of its health from non +1 Rock Slide. So you
Sure.
definitely don't want to let that thing get out of hand. Okay, a little bit of reprieve for Prince getting a full para in this Gengar mirror match.
That's nasty. Yeah, definitely depending on the rest of Prince's team, that could be massively impactful.
Oh, the full
Let's see.
para, the
Ooh.
Gengar's going to get no value.
That's
Wow.
tough.
Sure. You hate to see it. So this is interesting. Christos' team has Gar and Doug support. Are we maybe looking at a rock resistless? Given the fact that Suicune switched into T-Tar,
Mhm.
this could be like a Kingdra in the back or like a Heracross or something.
I was wondering if
yeah.
there could be weather reset on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kingdra could make sense,
Might-
but you got to pray that there's no Blissey in the back because Doug would be the last thing you have.
Yeah, the only thing.
Mm.
Yeah. So
My
I
guess would
think
probably be
Metagross-
Metagross.
Yeah, Metagross is the most likely for sure because that like
Probably
covers.
mixed meta too.
It could be mixed. It could be CB. If Darth Tyros was in the chat, he could tell us. Okay, so let's see if we get a little bit of counter yellow magic here.
Shouts to
What
Darth
is Chris-
Tyros. Tyros was sharing some Adele lyrics in the Zetscord earlier today.
My God. Feels so different.
It was crazy too. Like you would not think that they were Adele lyrics. It turns out that it was a verse from Rolling in the Deep, which everyone knows the chorus of that song. I couldn't recite the verses. Can I just read this to you guys as we wait? Because it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, serenade us. That's
Okay,
Go
all
for
right. Where is it? Where did it go? There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch. It's bringing me out the dark. Finally, I can see you crystal clear. Go ahead and sell me out. I'll lay your shit bare. See how I leave with every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I will do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out the dark. Like I thought that was like Finger 11 or like I don't know, like 3 Days Graze. It was like so like like angsty. I was like, that's got to be like 2000s like alt like new metal something. But no, that was actually Adele.
I'll say
see.
that I clocked that immediately because my mom was a big Adele fan. I was forced to listen to that in the car a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a turn here, by the way, because Ice Punch could kill after Sand. Is Christos willing to risk the rest of this entire Zapdos? No, we're gonna baton pass.
Yeah,
and it's
this is
Jirachi
Jirachi.
last.
Jirachi. Wow.
That
Okay.
makes a lot of
Cactu in the chat called that out. That there was
True.
a potential Jirachi last, which I mean is like on the surface, it's like, huh, wow. But Gar definitely had explosion on a team like this. That much is like absolutely guaranteed. Giving you a
Sub-CM.
second. Yeah, it for sure
It's
has
Jolt
to be.
Spikes.
Mhm.
Is this
And
2
then
Jolt
there's
spikes in a row for Prince?
All right,
Yeah.
please be Zap Rachi, please.
This very well could be
Rip
HP
it.
grass.
Oh, it's
Nope,
Ice Punch, and that did nothing but gets the immediate freeze into immediate thaw. What?
This
Jesus.
is a crazy
Dude, that
set
did
so
that
far.
did 22%. What the
Yeah.
hell?
This pert is a massive problem. If you go back to Zapdos here and like grass it, which I imagine that would be on this team most likely, given the fact that you got like Ice Rachi and you need like a way to pave the way for it that isn't just Celebi, because Pert is never staying in on Celebi, and like offensive Suicune like can beat it down. But yeah, here's Zapdos
Zap
and
has
no
to
Ice
come in.
Beam fallout. That's
I'm gonna
understandable.
guess that that's Max Vizdef Rachi based on that damage.
Kieran in the chat saying probably max HP Jirachi for 101 health subs. That could
Yeah,
make
it
sense
is.
too.
It absolutely is. It
For
most
sure.
certainly is. And teams like this, like H-Clat Jinx, sometimes run 252 HP, 252 speed, to serve as a kind of cleaner. So we'd have to run the numbers to see exactly like how much that Ice Punch did to Pert and if that lines up. Because
that's a good
plus
point.
one Ice Punch, that was not a ton of damage. But yeah, I think definitely 252 HP. This is definitely an interesting team from Christos because you have a lot of like high base attack mons, even ones you wouldn't necessarily think of as being so, like the Pixies, like Zapdos with its base 90. So beat up is like definitely workable.
there's
And
the
let's
grass.
the Pert. Go. Okay.
Okay, we've traded. The Zap goes down. Pert has lefties.
That
He's
is-
going to go up. You could eliminate it with Doug if you really want.
Yeah, but that lets Gar in for free, which could potentially be.
It is paralyzed, so it is somewhat
paralyzed,
mitigated. Cactu
Mm-hmm.
predicting, by the way, that last is DD Ments for Prinz in the back.
Yeah, that very well could be the case. Because yeah, we're dealing with like Jolt spikes here. You got Gengar to handle fighters. Like it very well could be. You've got your Rock Resist represented. Like Jolteon is a soft special check. Yeah, DD Ments very well could be the last here. That is absolutely possible.
If that's the case, then Doug would probably not want to be the one to take the Swampert kill.
Mhm.
Yeah, you could just go Suicune.
Yeah, the rub with Suicune
tough.
is that it invites Jolteon back in.
If you get +1, we think it's offensive Suicune. So can offensive Suicune +1 just kill Jolt and trade down? We may never know.
It showed Surf instead of Hydro Pump,
True.
so I do not think that one shots. Okay, here we have the Mensix here, and I think your hand is kind of forced here. You kind of have to go to offensive Suicune and click Ice Beam here if you have it.
Yeah.
Now let's see if the Salamence opts to DD here or goes for more conservative play and just tries to 2-hit KO the Suicune.
Just Earthquakes. Just takes the damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Importantly,
means...
You might get Sand Range, but you don't kill the Suicune. So if it has Ice Beam, this is a trade right here.
Might go for a Rock Slide flinch.
Is it one
Which
that
would
you're
be-
willing to make? The Doug isn't chipped, so even though Jolt outspeeds, you would need a crit to eliminate it with HP Grass or Ice coverage.
For sure. You do have a second ground immune, even if it is like a paralyzed one. So Prince may opt to not go for this at all, and yes, goes into the Gengar.
And it only
Takes
takes
that.
26, but yeah, you're going to have to sacrifice your penultimate ground immunity to get the Jolteon in. And I think I like Christo's position quite a bit here.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can go for, if you even want to, like the super greedy Calm Mind here, but Surfing to get rid of the other ground immunity just makes a lot of sense here. Okay, so if this is Hidden Power Grass Jolt, it could potentially mid-ground to hit the Sweet Suicune and the Doug Trio. So you, I think, definitely have to preserve Suicune here. Although,
Is this
will it
completely
live a
unrevealed?
+1? Will it live a +1 HP Fly?
Will
I don't think
Suicune?
so.
Suicune, probably
I
not.
don't think it,
No,
it
not from
certainly
that
will.
range. Yeah, just
Yeah.
straightforward T-bolting into the Rachi.
This is
Roxy
kind
getting
of
fun to-
nasty though, because a T-Wave
Yeah.
could just bring the game back for Prinz.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking too. Like you might... I'm surprised he didn't hard Doug. I mean, I guess like just straight HP Grass could lose you the game if that had been the click last turn.
Mhm.
If you have Rock Slide, I think Doug would have been nice, because you go Doug. If Jolteon is going to BP out, at least get your Rock Slide damage off on the Salamence.
Definitely. Let's see.
And if it stays in and kills you, then that's fine, because Doug was just going to invite Salamence in anyway.
Jacob Long in the chat speculating, could it be Wish Rachi? I'd be surprised if this was sub
Yeah,
CM
it's not.
mono
yeah,
ice.
just-
Sub-CM Witch with mono
Yeah.
ice is a crazy set.
It is. I doubt
Yeah.
that's what we're seeing here today. Possible. It's certainly possible, but yeah, let's see. I wonder
you
if
would want to move to hit Skarmory for sure.
This is crazy because
Jolteon-
like, yeah, I just feel like there's so many different clicks from either player that could effectively win or lose the game right here.
Totally. Has Jolteon revealed Thunderwave yet? I don't believe it has.
It's clicked one Thunderbolt and that's it.
Yeah, okay. So I think the line here, if you have like, I mean, if it is DD Ments, which it's already demonstrated the fact that it's like physical, so yeah, almost certainly it is. This is not like looking like a CB Ments team, so
Both
are we going to see a
stay.
stem here? Nope. Going for the raw
Gets
punch.
the freeze.
Gets the
Gets a
freeze.
second freeze. Oh my gosh, Christos.
You gotta
No
love
thaw.
this set, man.
Yeah,
And
up here.
Christos is
Yeah.
just gonna go for the CM, just gonna calm mind
Yeah.
up. And this is
Now the
tough.
question is how many CMs do you go for here? Because you probably just want to do that because you don't want it waking and roaring or like, you know, anything like that.
Oh, Jolteon clicked Roar a
It-
turn ago because
Is
it went
that T-Wave?
second, and it gets the T-Wave off.
Okay,
lives
and it
that.
lived.
Whoa.
Oh, my
man.
god.
This
This is
actually,
insane.
this might be bad for Prince.
You might have to go Ments right now and hope that they get. Okay, just hits the Roar.
Oh,
Okay, that might
Roar.
have saved the
Nice.
game for Prince.
Yeah,
I think Prince
We're
might
super
just
good.
win from here.
yeah.
The Doug
No,
can
You don't have
can
you don't have a
prevent the
switch in
Jolt.
for Thunderbolts. Now I
Yeah.
guess you technically have Doug, but if you're Prince, you just sack the Jolteon, and then Salamence is going to town.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
see
You
if this
didn't
is-
have to give up the
Is it
Suicune.
is it fine?
You can
a
you can
lot of
just
the
kill with Rock Slide, I guess, if you have it. But
Yeah.
you're getting
Yeah,
a
but if you have
Tim.
beat up, it's over.
Yes, which this team almost certainly does. So, I mean, and there's no real way to like bluff it unless you like try to like get a BP clicked. But,
Yeah, how
like,
do you
Jolteon-
beat this Ments? Like Suicune can take a single hit, but it can't after a +1, and you can't deny the +1 if you take this kill on the
No.
Jolt right now.
For sure, unless you take it with Rock Slide, which this thing does not have. So
Yeah. In fact, if I'm
You-
Prince, I would just go for Thunderbolt right here.
Just sack the Jolt to get the
Yeah.
+1 Ments win condition.
yeah,
Nothing
definitely.
can take
Yeah,
+1
roaring
hits
out
after
Rachi
that.
there- Yeah, roaring out Rachi there kind of sealed it because if you are forced to attack the Rachi, then you don't get to see him up, and then like Suicune just beats you down. So this is looking like Prince has got this, assuming DD Ments is able to do its thing, which it's looking like there's nothing to interrupt it from doing so. Christo's taking some time to see if there is a single line out. Yeah, because this is almost certainly beat up Doug on this kind of structure. Like,
Prince may be taking a 2-0 lead in this set to win the entire tournament.
yeah, Christo's got 30 seconds left on the clock. Like, if there is a winning line, he is still looking for it.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
hmm
This Jolteon, by the way, it's mono Thunderbolt, isn't it?
Can't take this kill, takes it. I think if you somehow you can't sack the Doug, Prince would have to have killed the Doug with Jolt so you can get Jirachi in safely and keep the Suicune.
Mhm.
But yeah, now
Okay.
+1 just wins.
Well, let's see if this is like a really, really weak DD Ments. If-
Right. +0
No.
Earthquake, I think did like 30% to Suicune earlier.
yeah, it is not. It is not a really weak DD Ments. We have seen that for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean,
maybe
worst case
it's like
scenario,
Dragon Dance.
I guess if somehow Suicune wins, then Prince is forced to go for Rock Slide, but I severely doubt.
No, you can
HB
just claim
Fly
your
is
kill with
expected
the-
to
Yep,
do a
there it
lot
is.
more than 39,
Right.
and it does so, and Prince takes a 2-0 lead.
Are we gonna see a 3-0?
A 30?
That would be a
Good.
crazy way to take the tourney, man. That would be crazy.
Sure would.
GG's in the
There
chat.
you go.
Wow.
And we're going to move
And,
on to
uh,
game 3 at some point.
Yeah. Whatever they so decide.
When you're down 2-0, tournament life on the line, like you have to have the comfort team that you're just like,
Mhm.
this is the team that I want to play. This is the team that I feel the best with.
Totally. And
bring
if
it out.
Yes, absolutely. If y'all check Zet's Core General, I dropped Christos' ADV Revival Scout. If we want to speculate as to what might be this comfort team that gets brought.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Very balanced
Yeah.
scout.
Mhm.
maybe a little lower on Skarmory than some would be, but
Yeah, definitely. Scarm 4. That makes sense. Doug 6 though. So let me just go through the scout and see if that means that this is like a spec off Doug and like Christos has loaded a lot of spec off, or if this is like stall Doug primarily. Let's see.
There's a small amount of V5-ish structures in the scout. So maybe we could see that. That's probably what I would bring.
Yeah.
If I was here.
For sure. Let's see. We've got Slop and Christos' scout. We've got some like Breloom mix-off. And Christos is definitely one to reload teams. This is just from ADV Revival. And we've already got like a few teams that have been loaded 2 times. The only team I'm seeing that he's loaded 3 times is like Tar, Bliss, Meta, Salamence, Skarmory, Star Army. So we may well see one of these again. And I have to imagine that Prince has got Christos' scout up and is going to be checking for that sort of thing. Because yeah, I'm seeing other like reused teams in here. So we very well may see another one of these again. Yeah, interesting. Okay. We've got like...
When I was prepping this with Benji, he said the 2 Pokemon that seemed the best into Prinz were Dugtrio and Aerodactyl. So, I wonder if we'll see an Aerodactyl team from Christos, if he's clocking the same thing that Benji is.
Yeah, we very well might. But let's see how his arrow usage is. Arrow usage is really low. Has only brought arrow twice this tournament, Christos has. So...
Redriosity with some war crimes in the chat. Run Lanoon, no Gengar usage. Anybody else catch that? His match against Stoikite where he did just that. That was insane.
I've seen some low ladder gamers trying to replicate that. And of course they only manage to load into me when I'm running Magneton.
We've got Gen 3 ZU on the board, ZPC.
Whoa.
ZPice. I never know how to say that guy's name, versus somebody else entirely. Anorith lead.
Some are saying that Anorith is better than Armaldo.
Many, in fact.
Faster.
And game 3, in earnest, has begun, and it's the same lead matchup as game 2.
In reverse, though.
Yeah, Christos has 75% tar usage, which I know it's the best mod in the game, but that's still quite high. So I think we can count on seeing that most, if not all, games this set. DPing out. What is tar clicking here?
It's slop.
DP.
We're slopping it up.
Well yeah.
Nice.
Any sloppy stakes fans in the chat?
EQ into double edge is the classic line here, right?
The line.
The classic line.
There it is. An insane 68%, and you dodge Hydro Pump.
This is
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
This is lump.
Dead first is a much higher variance line, but it kind of worked out here.
Dude, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Christos has gotten a little bit of luck to go his way. Obviously, got hacked at the end of game 1. I think he was on the receiving end of receiving a few freezes to his benefit.
Yeah, and given how much Dedge did there, that is almost certainly an off-pert. And on this kind of team, yeah, like, most certainly. Switches this out. Mach Punch is obviously... Yeah, absolutely.
That's one of the best things you could possibly have in that exact situation, where you lose your rock resist, the T-Tar still +1.
Totally. And this is a very threatening Celebi, because this is probably CM3 attacks, Slop Celebi, so... solid neutral set coming out into these Snorlax. For Prince's last, I imagine that it very well could be something like T-Tar and like Salamence, given the fact that we've seen a rock resist and a special check.
You would never catch me bringing T-Tar alongside Snorlax.
Yeah,
those two are always beefing in my headcanon.
Yeah.
If I bring Snorlax on a T-Tar team, it's almost always utility.
Yeah, and that's what this is almost certainly. This is either like Curse, and then 3 attacks, one of them maybe being Boom. It's not going to be anything else.
Gainer recalling Undisputed. Is this the Undisputed, like, Breloom Charizard team?
Oh.
Yeah, Zard very well
Could
could
be.
be.
Shout outs to BKC, has a video on the very team. If this is in fact that team, I don't know the exact structure.
I was gonna say, like, Prince's team looks like it would be an agility past Zapdos, but unfortunately that's not allowed anymore.
Rip. Pour one out. Yeah, because it's very funny that like Zard on spikes feels like such a recent development. It feels so natural, but yeah, like for a long time, like Zard was primarily thought of as like a mix-off spikeless mon. So it does have EQ.
Oh my god. Okay,
Zard is not in.
I looked at the wrong map. I missed the rock slide. I was like, is this Quick Claw Snorlax? I thought it went first. Okay, well Tar got through half of this lax, the entire rock resist that is Swampert. What can come in and deal with +1 Snorlax that you would expect on this structure?
I would think that depending on what kind of slop it is. Oh, interesting.
Mence.
Maybe in for the Intimidate and to scout if it has a normal move or not, or if it's just like Earthquake, Shadow Ball, Boom. So let's see. This might bait a Boom here. Slop always has its Endeavor Swampert, but the rest of the members are pretty variable. If we've seen a Celebi here, that very well could mean like Raikou Registeel in the back for like the most classic slop 6. Which I imagine like that, kind of is what that sort of implies, given the fact that Christos went to Mence on this Curse Lax.
I'm gonna guess that we're gonna see a double to Registeel from Christos.
Yeah, just one of the Intim potentially.
It's too risky to give up the Mence here.
Just staying in the DD. Risking the body slam and no para. Oh my god.
No para, okay. Even though like
kill.
It doesn't.
I don't think it does.
doesn't kill. Oh my god, what a trade. Crazy
now
para. They both died of sand.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Prince.
I don't know. Breloom is looking better now.
Yeah.
That's true. Although Celebi still exists. But
True.
yeah, with the other guys, who's taking a focus punch if Celebi gets slept? So something else will probably have to get sleep sacked. Into this team, I mean, Raikou is usually 3 attacks, but Breloom actually, funny enough, kind of like is able to take that set on decently. Like it can't take like 2+ Thunderbolts or whatever, but like as far as just like sitting there, yeah, like fighting grass coverage is like, or fighting grass typing is like one of the things that like 3 attacks Raikou just typically can't hit. So
Okay.
you've got Mence in, so that
Looking
makes sense.
unlikely to be the Zard team alongside this Mence now, I would say.
I still think that Metagross is likely in the back, but it could be, this could be DD Mence.
And we don't
probably
know
also-
if it has leftovers because both Mon died to sand last turn.
Yeah, although typically like CB Mence requires like at least like knockoff or like mag support and like
Right.
spikes. And this is a
Wish,
spike with
weather, support, something like that.
for
That
sure.
that is a lot of damage,
That's
but
a lot of damage.
it's not that much because it's
I-
Endev Pert.
Yeah, for sure. And let's see what the Mence opts to do here. This is looking like 252 attack, just like standard DD Mence. Like especially after the Agipass ban, mix-off teams really have to run DD Mence. Like it's almost like required in some respects to be able to beat like certain things like Aerodactyl. So Mence I imagine is going to get switched out here, but most of the monsters on Prince's team do not want to take an Ice Beam, and if it is Metagross in the back, then that's not going to do too great into Pert. But I mean, slot Pert typically doesn't carry Ice Beam anyway, so
This is interesting too. Like, what do you click as Christos? They could hidden power if they. Oh, he's gonna Dragon Dance.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But it
Doesn't
does have
live
Ice
Ice
Beam.
Beam.
It does have Ice
Yeah.
Beam.
Yeah.
Wow,
Wow.
Okay.
It's Ice Beam
Beam
alongside
that's rare.
Pump.
Mhm.
Wow.
You do
Okay.
see it sometimes. I guess it makes sense on this team, given the fact that the rest of the team is so DD Mence weak.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it is like, like Raikou Registeel in the back, then
Right.
yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But wow, that was a pretty unexpected click.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is representing grass coverage. You could go Celebi, but I'd be worried about sub pass to Breloom. It's just going to be
Yeah.
Registeel coming in on that sub.
There is Registeel. Okay, and Registeel now kind of has to Seismic Toss, which will at least break that momentum, but Prince can then go to Breloom, get a Spore off, and then potentially start trying to go to town. But at that point, Celebi just comes in. So, all right, Breloom is in. Seismic Toss is clicked. Here comes the Spore. What will Christos opt to sack?
I probably would go Swampert as Christos here.
Might make sense.
This feels so tough to play
Agimed-
around.
Yeah, Agimeta could potentially be very threatening if that's what it is in the back from Prince. It could be a lot of different things, but that's the mix-off mon that I'm not seeing represented here that I think fits the best with this kind of thing. Because, you know, off-Kurt is like a rock resist, but clearly did not really function as one this game.
There's just no way to deny this thing from getting a sub. Like, something is getting spored, and then the next turn it can get a free sub if it wants, and then something has to take, if it has it, a focus punch.
Yeah, it's already represented Mach, so it's looking like it probably is not going to be sub Loom, given the fact that it has like sub pass available to it, like that sort of support. I imagine this Loom might be like Spore, Mach Punch, Focus Punch, and then potentially Sun Spore or like Impaired Ghost. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. So like Celebi certainly is like looking to cook. If this is and I mean, it did baton pass out of Swampert instead of going for grass. So it very well could be like Ice Zap with like, but I don't know. I'm not sure if it actually would be that, because like if it is truly Metagross in the back, then you do need to have some way of like smacking Kurt.
Is there ever a world where it's Suit Tar in the back to support non-Shadow Ball Snorlax, and this is HP Bug Breloom? Give it to me straight. If I'm crazy, let me know.
HP Bug Breloom is a little crazy, but I do think Tar is reasonable as a last.
Yeah, definitely. It could either be like DD Tar on the structure or like fast DD Tar with like grass, or honestly, Suit Tar makes a lot of sense in conjunction with Loom. We are seeing Loom recover health, so it's not Black Belt 3 fighting attacks, but it could still be like Breloom loves pursuit support. Yeah, it very well could be Pursuit Tar in the back. Although you would this is an interesting turn right here, because Celebi really does kind of just have like unfettered free access. So Focus Punch and Pert. Okay.
Wow, sacking Pert entirely.
Yeah. Very interesting.
To get
Maybe you have to
Celebi
save health on Celebi.
Really?
And now Celebi can set up. So unless this is double Spore Loom.
It was Tar in the back.
Yep. Now let's see if it's Bug Tar. Or if it's Special Tar, because Giga Drain Celebi, which this is on slot.
Oh, the crit Giga Drain might have just saved Christos' entire run.
I guess we'll never know, huh?
This is over. Prince has to now crit an HP Ice to have even a shot at this.
And doesn't have it. Did have grass all along, and that's going to be game 3. I don't think there's an out.
No, Celebi just destroys from here.
Yeah, like, we will see a game 4, gamers. We will see at least one more game.
Yeah,
if it was Suit Tar, we were likely to win anyway as Christos, but
I wonder what that was. That's crazy. What a crit. And you know, now what with the, of course, the game 1 Starmie freeze on the Blissey in the end game to flip a nearly guaranteed game 1 win for Christos to go towards Prince's way. It seems things have equalized. We'll go into a game 4 with Prince having a 2-1 lead and Christos a game away from forcing a tournament deciding game 5.
Wow. All right, chat, what do we think? Are we 4-game set or 5-game set?
Starting a new poll. New poll. Go about democracy. Chat, make your voice heard. Participate at this time. Gen 3 OU match, by the way, started between H-Clat and Javi.
Ooh, yeah, let's see this.
Take a little peek at my GOAT.
H-Clat got the unemployed 6 on the board. Javi got seemingly a variant.
He thieved Javi's Skarm's lefties. GG.
Yeah, that's good. But advantage maintained.
Getting the first spike on turn 62. Great turn to get the first spike. I'm gonna assume that I got spun away.
There were many other spikes clicked.
Yeah, I can find so.
Yeah, no spin blocker. Opponent has defensive Starmie. We're in for a long one, folks.
Yeah, what is Javi's last?
That's a good question.
Let's see. Metagross is not choice banned. Oh, it effectively is now though.
Just double checking something.
Yeah.
Game 4 has in fact not yet begun, folks. We're still waiting.
Turn 67. Great turn to get the sand up.
And the sand is in fact up. No lefties. 32% doesn't exactly represent choice band to me. But game
Yeah,
4
banded.
has
Yeah.
begun. Christos
Ooh,
with the
Hariyama.
Hariyama. Shouts to Benji.
Ew.
That's the team that
Let's
just
go.
loaded before.
This
Loaded
is-
5 times actually. This is extreme comfort for Christos. This is his like go-to comfort team. Although
T-Tar
it seems like
stays
That's
in.
crazy.
You stay in as T-Tar and just get damaged because they're clicking knockoff. You just let them know, I'm not afraid, bro. I'm not afraid of you.
well, that's the thing though is Prince could go back if he's got the presence of mind to do so and look at those 5 replays of this game in or with this team in the scout to see does Christos knock here? What does he do?
Right.
So that very well might be what's happening right here because the 6 that Christos has almost certainly, given the fact that it's the only Yama team I'm seeing in his scout right now, especially with Yama lead, is Yama, Blissey, Doug Trio, Metagross, and Skarmory.
Oh, going
and
Skarm and taking the knock on Skarm. That's of the highest value knocks in the
Yeah.
game. And that's a nice
Mhm.
turn 1 for Christos.
Is there
Totally.
a 40 on this team? for
There's not.
Christos?
There's a Starmie as the spinner in the back. It's
Interesting.
Skarmory, Starmie are sort of splitting forward versus duties here.
Shouts to
but it
Winter
is a
Bub in the chat.
sing-
Shout out.
Yo,
It is a single.
Here's the thing, gamers. Here's the thing. If you're Prinz and you're like, this guy has exactly one Yama team in his scout, like, to what extent are you willing to bet turn 1, you see the Yama, this is that team? What if he prepared a new one? Like, it you know, you have different levels
Up-
of
Yeah.
risk
I
that
think
you're willing
up
to
one
take.
game, up one game, I would just play assuming that it's that team.
Just full send
Yeah.
and try to, like, take the advantage.
Also, given the fact that he's loaded it 5 times in this tournament, I would bet everything on it being that team. For
Yeah.
sure.
Chad is calling this the 100% win rate Hariyama team.
That's funny because
That's
most of
crazy.
the discourse I see around Yama is that people say the only way that Yama can ever win a game in ADVOU is if both players
If
bring
he
it.
plays another Yama. Yeah.
There's a lot of Yama slander out there, folks. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
I'm on the wave of slandering Hariyama.
Okay, what do you deal with for Prince? Third Jolteon bring of the set so far. 75% Jolt usage in this
crazy.
very set.
That's
What's the
insane.
team, by the way? You guys have the pace in front of you. What does Christos have in the back that can deal with this?
Probably Blissey is going to be the go-to
Oh, he's got a
answer
Blissey.
here.
And here
Yeah.
it is. Here it is. Prince just
For sure,
roars
yeah.
to get the spikes damage. Starmie is here.
Lynn?
You could just
Nice.
roar for the rest of your
Roar
life here.
again.
Because
Oh,
Christos
yeah,
can't
totally,
risk the
but-
Starmie. You can't do it.
No. You'd have to be like an absolute psycho to Thunderwave this thing here. And I don't know
that'd be
if
so dope though. That'd be so sick.
it would. It
But
would
you
actually be like
you just lose the tournament if you get it wrong, right? If
Yeah.
he just T-bolts, then it's
Mhm.
over.
Yeah, for sure. Because then you've got like 5 grounded mons, 3 spikes up against Jolt spikes. Like,
he
no,
goes
it's not.
he goes meta
Red
on the
Rabbits.
T-bolt. That does so much damage.
Uh-oh.
There might be a role where the meta just dies straight up to another T-bolt, and Christos
And the
loses
script-
so much health.
Yeah. The scary thing is here too is like that Metagross really, I mean, other than like Skarmory coming in and sort of handling it, you do have a Doug Trio in the back to handle DD-Tar if it gets a little out of control, and you do have like Hariyama to trade with it a little bit, but that Tar looking pretty threatening now with Metagross this chipped, and Metagross has never shown Protect in any of these games, so I imagine it's probably just 4A. It's never shown Agility either.
Is this Wish Blissey?
It is
It's gotta be,
Sing
right?
Bliss. It's Sing Bliss.
It's
Okay, so-
Sing
Oh,
Bliss.
sing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, well things can get a little spicy.
Mm-hmm.
Suicune here. Suicune in. Could it be double
Now,
roar?
yeah.
To like really rack up that spikes and like really punish Blissey for trying to come in on these special walls? I wouldn't actually hate that. But
If this
triple
is,
roar would be
yeah,
kind of insane, wouldn't it?
yeah. If this is Crocune, it really kind of just wraps the whole thing up. Nothing on this team really handles it all too well. All right, Stormy
it
in. on the
CMs up.
CM. Yes, up. Let's see if
This
yeah,
is Def
feels-
Me, right?
Christos
Yeah, it
takes the
is.
spin.
It's
And
because-
HP Grass eliminates Starmie. Offensive Suicune with
Wow,
HP Grass. No more spinning.
yeah.
All
No
right.
spikes up at least, so Blissey gets to come in, and if it's represented HP Grass, it doesn't have Substitute to block this Sing. So you can kind of just fish for it here if you so desire. The Skarmory is Thief on this team, so definitely this is a team that's I think hoping to hit like a slightly slower paced team.
Yeah.
So very interesting bring the Yama into the offense player here. This very well could be the H-Clat Jolt Spikes that has Gengar and Flygon in the back from Prince. Let's see if that is the case.
Just bringing the Scarm in, just bring it in, and it can, even without lefties, it can take 2 more seismic tosses before going down. No full para, no way to stop this. Christos really wants a full para here to try to stop a second spike from staying up, and will he get it? He doesn't. He doesn't. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and low-key, like, para is actually kind of nice for this Skarmory, because that's interesting that it, well, okay. Because this Skarmory doesn't have an item.
Right. It got knocked off. Or it got knocked off turn 1.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. What am I saying? Okay. Yeah. Obviously, Yama's on the team. Of course, that would happen. So let's see what is the amount of choice to handle Blissey. Blissey could actually still be a real problem for this team if it is the H class 6.
T-Tar comes back in with lefties.
Yeah. Because, like, Flygon isn't really gonna. I mean, it can get through Blissey with spikes if it's forced in a couple times, but.
Okay.
All right.
Yama can take another Earthquake. Something needs to come in on 1 spike, and probably I would expect a cross chop. I guess. Yeah. Oh, it's Mence. It's not Gengar. Something else. I can't remember what you said. It could have been.
Yeah, Flygon. So this is not the H class 6. But I imagine from Prince, then it's either going to be like Metagross or Swampert in the back. Since we've got a Suicune, I think Meta is pretty likely on the 6. But Prince has a really.
Oh, it's mixed Mence.
That makes sense on spikes.
This is looking so threatening right now.
It really is.
You go for like a Toxic if you're Christos here? If you even have it?
Dude. I don't like this position for Christos. This could be the whole tournament, man.
Yeah, for sure. We've got like a dead weight Dog Trio in the back now because with Mence, I mean, it's not DD Mence, so it's not as threatening if it gets to come in. But into this team with Def Me down and with spikes on the field that Blissey can't deal with, and like everything like solidly chipped from the 2, like the primary physical wall and the primary special wall, like, yeah, this is where Mence excels, is with spikes down and in situations where the walls really just like get to it KO'd by it, so can't switch into it. Yeah, this is
Z Panther asking if Bliss is in range. It's at 84%.
Yeah, and
just gonna
given the fact that it's
heal.
Okay, solid.
This is so tough, man.
Yeah, it really, really is.
Like,
what
do you even do?
Yeah, and interestingly, since Christos's Skarmory is Protect, Roar, Spike, 6 Thief, it can't even Toxic this Mence, so it has no real way of like actually pressuring it.
And this isn't like agility meta. Like, I'm struggling. Yeah, like a Doug in the back. I really don't see a way forward for Chris. Maybe if you get like a crazy Sing on like the perfect target, but I would expect Prince to know the exact 6, like you guys pointed out, and we're just sacking the Yama completely.
Yep.
There you go. Average Yama performance right there.
It got the crazy knockoff and switched in on a single T-Tar. An insane 20% cross chop into the Mence.
Yeah, are we going to see Mence stay in and opt to Brick Break here? Because Blissey kind of has to soft-boiled here. Like, it would be incredibly like crazy to call it out with like Beam here.
Unless you want to just send the Sing, like full send it. You are outpacing the Brick Breaks, but you got to avoid crit.
Mm-hmm.
This is an Ice Beamless Blissey as well, right?
That's the other crazy. Does it have it?
Yeah, this Blissey has Beam. It's Beam, Tossing, soft-boiled.
But you can't take the kill when you're down that low, because then anything else comes in revenges, and then you either die or you're effectively dead after you come back in later. And Christos can't take that trade. You need the Blissey for the Jolt and the Suicune and possibly whatever the hell is in the back.
Totally. All right, T-Tar comes in.
On soft-boiled. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's tough.
I think now you kind of have to go to Skarmory.
You can go Skarm and roar this thing out.
Yeah, for sure. Because Skarm is like pretty low utility in this game overall. Like, this is not the matchup this team wants to get.
We're going meta. Okay, we come in on a rock slide.
Now,
You're slower than their T-Tar.
It's tech meta, so yeesh.
And we sack the meta. Like, okay, Doug is here. Can Doug get the 1-hit?
Let's see.
It doesn't. It doesn't get it.
Nope.
And I don't know if Blissey actually does this, it's the greatest performance of all time.
Yeah, I guess like you can roar out the T-Tar there, and then I mean, actually though, depending on what the last
Go for a rock slide flinch.
could potentially do it if it hits the Sing on the right target. Because Blissey is like the most important mon to preserve by a mile here. T-Tar is dead, which is huge.
We hard go Blissey on Hydro Pump doing 20. Okay, we can stomach that.
Now, free heal. Let's see what the rock resist is here. If the rock resist is Metagross, well, at least we've got Skarmory.
Yeah, if Prince has an explosion, then that would do it.
What do we got? Who we got in here for free?
Sactar into meta. Let's see it.
Skarm has 73% health left. Skarm could deal with meta. It is a meta.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. These could be the final turns of the entire tournament. Leftovers Metagross.
Yeah. Okay. You're kind of forced to go Skarmory here. Will Prince double?
I consider just full sending the Sing. There's no way to get through this meta. There's no way to do it.
Well, you could chip heal up with Tect and like bank on him not doubling to one of the special attackers. The spikes up for both players makes things interesting. If Christos gets 3 layers up, then I mean Skarm Bliss is Skarm Bliss. Anything can happen. If you sleep the meta, then I mean, but certainly Prince knows that Christos has sleep. Like this is a team he's been spamming.
The Skarmory can't can't not die eventually, and if Prince sleep sacks anything else, such that losing a mon after killing Skarmory, get meta in front of Blissey, maybe there's a world where Christos can pull this out, and if he does, he's a god. I want to see the game 5.
Calavit says Infinite Mash Miss could win. Okay, roar into Jolteon.
I think I'd probably go Metagross as Prince here.
Protect, getting some solid chip heal.
Blissey's down to 64.
Yeah, switching as Prince is you know, kind of a little bit you can like chip heal additionally if you like switch on the tech turn because it can actually tech.
I think Baton Pass wins you the game for Prince like most of the time.
Probably so, because if you call the switch to Blissey and then switch it back out, then yeah, like what do we got? We got a Baton Pass
for 19%. Blissey will get a heal. You could sing here.
Unless we crit or full para.
Goes meta.
Sing.
Oh my god, sing.
Click it.
Didn't click it. That could have maybe been an out. It's tough to click it there. It's tough to click it because if you get the wrong target, then you have no outs to beat the meta effectively.
It is. And Blissey and Skarmory are both chip healing up a little bit. Scary to do it in front of such like a potent offense. But Skarm,
you stay in. You take a second spike. Okay.
All right.
You
protect is very telegraphed here.
It is, and if the Jolt ever gets in front of the Skarm, it's like it puts a lot of pressure on Christos. A mash miss, like Kala was talking about.
Yeah.
Third spike there would have been insane.
It would have. But it feels quite greedy to go for. But Suicune's getting torn apart. All the things considered, like not the highest value one in this matchup.
We can call mines up.
Just going for it.
Yeah, just slamming
second
ice beams.
Call Mind.
Okay.
There's a wish.
Wish.
Okay.
No ice beam.
So it's not Sing this game. Looks like he changed it up and brought a different variant for the finals. Okay.
Okay, dude, if he actually just brings this back, it's so crazy. Oh, Hydro Pump did a lot, but nice. Good job not taking the kill on Suicune that turn because Ment comes in and it's completely GG.
Yeah. Let the Suicune miss a Hydro Pump before you start doing anything.
It only
crazy.
has so many.
It's true.
It could go for a Calm Mind at some point. I think I wish this turn, if I'm Christos.
That might be Christos' plan here, is to just like stall out the Hydro Pumps.
There's only 3 left. There's another one.
Yeah,
Sends
even
a wish.
Crit here won't do it.
Yeah. No crit. No crit. Pray in the chat.
Let's see.
Do you
what's the
S-toss
name of
here?
that emote? RNGesus?
Oh, they send an Ice Beam, no freeze? Okay, you're going to try to hold on to the last few Hydro Pumps. But if you every time you Ice Beam, that gives Christos the out to just click Seismic Toss.
Yep.
Oh, Calm Minding, yes.
Okay, and...
I was going to say, if you're at full
change
health with the Blissey, maybe you wish. But...
Yeah. Yeah, Wish would have been crazy there because then you could just take the free Seismic Toss, crit Ice Beam on that turn.
Okay. Yeah, Christos very disciplined, not going for the toss there, not getting scared by the extra boost.
Yeah,
That
a wish
would've
here
been
would be great, but...
There's a pump miss.
Oh,
It takes the seismic toss on the exact
Wow,
miss. Okay.
That's great.
Meta
That's also
comes
great.
in, but Skarma's gonna take a lot of damage.
Yeah, it is getting pretty chipped at this point.
Yeah, mash raise would probably end the game here.
Yeah, it would for sure.
23% no raise. Do you
Okay.
protect chip heal and let the jolt come in, or do you just roar? Skarm can only take that. It can never come in and take a mash like again after this.
Yeah.
Agility.
You've got to
just
kind of just a
vibe
flex click honestly. Just like I know you're tacting here, bro.
To save some PP, I guess.
All right.
Roar is kind of forced there.
Yeah. Doesn't go for the greedy option here. Now gets a free tech, so Skarmory can still kind of be in it. But after this point, okay, Brick breaks on the obvious tech. How many protects does Christos have left?
11.
Okay, more than enough certainly. But things are getting real dicey here.
I think he's been
Mence
playing
uses
this really
Brick
well, but he still has to get like 5 turns like perfect to get out of this one.
Blissy's on 100, correct?
Yeah, 99%.
Okay. He's just barely hanging in there.
There are 6 Fire Blasts remaining.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't lose the Skarm, but double Brick Break would effectively end the game. Brick Break doesn't kill the Skarm from here.
But that's the thing, is it doesn't really need to.
It doesn't need to. You just need to chip the Skarm. So Brick Break is just free, right?
Yeah, you just click Brick till, well, till either the Skarm dies, the Bliss comes in. I think that's like pretty close to checkmate here, is just like mashing Brick. Because Bliss can't switch into that, plus the spikes. So Prince probably has this here, but let's see what happens. Because Brick Break can't miss. There's only potential upside there for it.
I think there's a line where you go Blissey. No, you probably get 2 KO with 2 spikes up.
Yeah, you can't go in on that. And that's the thing, though, is too, is if Prince ever does kill Skarmory, then Metagross can just explode and the game ends. So Calavit's comment about like about a million mash misses like being the path is looking to be the case.
Yeah, and we just didn't get enough misses.
Definitely.
I think for that reason you have to roar here. Because Brick Break just wins. We go Bliss. Okay. Brick Break does 41. You could live this.
Wow.
But
a low
Prince
roll here.
And gets the roll. And that's it. And that's the tournament. Prince is going to win this.
Jolteon is guaranteed. Mence can just kind of click whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the Fire Blast lands. Prince is the champion of ADV Revival 3. First place in 4 games. Congratulations. What a showing.
Good work. With
3 Jolteon teams out of 4 games. What a statement victory with a signature
all I'm saying is, in the best of 3, I played as many games as Christos did. And had a better record. No. Shout outs to Christos. Fantastic gaming. A man after my own heart with all the Skarm Bliss.
Bringing
Don't know
Yama,
if I like Yama, but
to the final game, back to the wall. It's crazy how much that 1 HP grass into the Starmie clicking rapid spin just was a huge turning point for this game. The offensive sweep catching Christos off guard, and the rest of the structure slowly falling apart from that point. Fought it out to the very end, almost found an out. Couldn't quite get there. But Prince with their name on the map, if you didn't know, now you know. They're a champion of the game, and that can never be taken away from them. What a performance.
Truly.
That was crazy. I reached out to both gamers to see if either of them would be down for an interview after this. And unfortunately, I think given their time zones, it was not feasible. I don't think either of them said that they would be available.
I think Prince is like, what, +2? And Christos is like probably also one of those European time zones.
Totally. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Cactu pointing out all 3 games that Prince won were with Jolt spikes. So maybe that's the thing now, you know?
Yeah, people sleeping on loading me all the time, like, yeah, that definitely, I think, needs like more favorable meta for like Jolt to come back. You're already seeing it for sure.
Yeah,
This is good news for me as a Claydol spammer.
the only game they lost was, and again, if it's crazy because like the game 1, of course, if this Starmie didn't freeze Blissey at the perfect moment, Christos probably would have won. Then again, the one game that Christos did win may have come down to that Giga Drain crit on the T-Tar down the stretch. So, no set of Pokemon is going to be without its hacks, but the 100% win rate for Jolt in Grand Finals is remarkable. And
yeah,
I wonder if people are going to start rethinking.
It secured
this
its
mod.
spot in OU with that performance, and Yama secured its spot in UU. So
UUBL for life, baby. BKC in shambles once again. Shout out to Gold Mason. And shout out to everybody who made this tournament possible. Gold Mason, a lot of people behind the scenes. We've got Buzzed doing stuff in the background. Who else should we be shouting out, gamers? We've got Zach Attack, Zach PZ, the GOAT, for being the head TO, making this happen. So many casters, so many people putting videos on the ADV Revival channel. Just want to take a second to thank every single person who makes these tournaments possible and keeps the community afloat. It's a passion project. It takes a village, and we've got a lot of very passionate and talented individuals doing stuff out of the kindness of their heart to make this happen. So big shouts to all of them. I don't know that it's too late to donate to the prize pool. If you check any ADV Revival video, you'll have a link to that. I'll probably edit the stream link description with that link at some point as well. But keep in mind as well, gamers, of course, the ADV Revival channel, as they continue to post videos of top 32 cut matches, many of the viewers for those matches won't have seen this. So don't spoil the results of the tournament. Be mindful and courteous as we continue to game and enjoy ADV Revival 3 through the rest of the coverage on that channel. I agree, Cactu. Mint Yerb with the YouTube thumbnails, taking us to a whole new level. They just have a knack for it, just a gift. And
yeah, Yerb is the GOAT.
Couldn't agree more. That's the kind of person that you just you want to always be very nice to. You never want to do them dirty or go about any immoral behavior when it comes to somebody that's that cool and awesome and that gives back to the scene to that extent. You know what I mean? Right.
You don't want to make an enemy out of Mint Yerb, that's for sure. For the sake of your sock drawer.
Dude, they're also a freaking member of this channel, so I feel like we all owe Mint Yerb the world, don't we? All right. Well, we didn't have time to do this earlier, but before we conclude, Tetra, you were telling me a little bit about your secret Santa team that you were building. Do you want to take a quick look at what you cooked up before we conclude today?
Nah, I'm good. See ya.
All right, peace.
Wow, he just left. Oh, he came back.
He left and comes back. Frame 1.
Yeah,
I thought he was actually gone.
That was true.
Yeah, let's look at it.
All right, let me see if I can find the link once more. Oh wait, hold on. I got added. Christos saying in their scheduling chat, hope that everybody had fun. Thanks for hosting the tour. It was a pleasure, and Prinz is a deserved winner. Class act, both of these gamers. Love to see that kind of sportsmanship.
All
right, let me cook something up here. You'll have to forgive me. We're doing a little bit of on-the-fly editing here, folks.
Inside baseball.
Dorothy Dragon on the chat saying it's quite funny how pretty much every Mushi captain hates Yama. Yeah, the tables have really turned on that guy. No more Yama for OU propaganda coming out. Even though like
Yeah.
It's
fat has been
unfortunate.
kind of ascendant lately. Like, yeah, if a fat meta like Yama still can't thrive, like that's tough. Because yeah, it was pretty dead weight in that last game, short of like knocking off a Skarmory, who still managed to get a couple of spikes up. Yeah, once a team like that's like definitely goes down, like yeah, that was really rough.
Okay.
Like pretty much, yeah. Good.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No. Let's do your thing. What you got?
Jacob Long with a very important message in the chat. Insane that Tetra put Lunatone on a team where the prompt wasn't Lunatone Lamau. Tetra, what do you have to say for yourself?
Well, so do you see the prompt? It's to build a CM pass team with Sceptile. Caveat that Sceptile's not allowed to be sub-Leech Seed, which is kind of unfortunate because it would be pretty easy to just kind of cheese and let Sceptile be like Endeavor Pert, but worse. But so my thought process was, well, okay, so the best CM passer in the tier is Celebi, right? But
Of course.
Sceptile plus Celebi feels just wrong.
Right.
So we have to get creative with who our CM passer is. And I mean, as great as Metacham would be, I kind of thought that was not the best CM passer.
It's insane
So
that is technically a CM passer.
So I ended up picking Lunatone here.
Yeah.
It's an interesting mon. It's a Pokemon that I've made. Well, actually, I didn't make a video on it, but a video got posted on my channel about Lunatone. So this is kind of borrowing from that set, but I've switched out Hypnosis for Reflect because this is a much more like heavy baton pass chain team, and I figured that Reflect is going to give a little bit more consistency.
Okay.
Although, granted, I mean, you'll see the rest of the team. It's not very consistent. But Lunatone's kind of a funny Pokemon. It's actually a pretty decent switch into Salamence.
Oh, it's great at that. Yeah, like
Yeah,
Mence
true.
can't touch it, especially DD Mence.
And the Pokemon that I find that gets lured in the most is Tyranitar. And Tyranitar switching into Lunatone as it clicks Reflect usually is not able to make much progress. It can try to DD, it can try to go for a HP Bug. If it's Pursuit Tar, it could Crunch, but if it's Pursuit Tar, we're usually faster, so we're getting a CM off.
First, right. And you could probably just keep CMing before you want to pass elsewhere.
Exactly. I mean, the rub with this team is you have to kind of manage your Lunatone HP because it's kind of designed so that you can maybe try to CM and pass again, but you have to be cognizant of the resources that you're spending.
So we're
to allow
leading
for
with
that.
this.
No.
Okay, good. I was like, my other question, and I haven't seen the team yet. This is all I've seen so far. This and the Sceptile is, how are we not like insta losing to Blissey? And I guess we have to ask that of all CM Pass
That's
teams.
a great question. And if you find the answer to that, let me know.
Okay. We've got just, all-out attacker. We've got Pursuit and Crunch, Leaf Blade and Ice coverage. Okay, so there's a mag somewhere, is what I'm inferring, because I'm scared of Skarmory. I'm very scared without the fire coverage. To be
Yeah.
honest.
I mean, there's maybe an argument that HP Fire would fit better on Sceptile. I mean, there are some options to play around with. I'm not going to lie. Lunatone plus Sceptile, not lighting the world on fire.
Okay.
This is not going to be a meta team.
I appreciate your honesty.
So originally I had Leech 3 attacks Sceptile, and I just felt like, wow, I wish this was Celebi, or I wish this was Raikou, or like anything else. So I said, well, what can we do to make Sceptile have a little bit more of like a defined niche on the team? And I figured like Crunch would be nice to hit Gengar, but I also found out that Crunch plus Leech Seed is not allowed on Sceptile. So
that's really sad.
we'll lean into it and we'll go with Pursuit instead.
I think that was part of the prompt too, was not being able to use Leech Seed on Sceptile.
Well, I
he said
thought it was
no
the
Leech Seed
combination.
plus sub.
Oh, sub plus 18. I see you.
I guess it's a little open to interpretation whether they meant neither or just not the combination. But
Yeah.
do you have any
we avoid
replays?
Any of that? There's a replay at the bottom.
Let's
I
jump
have
into the
Plenty
replay.
of other replays.
Let's see what's going on. We've got Ilex Magnifolia versus Mr. Christopher the 12. I think I know which is which, but let's dive in and yeah. Okay.
Well, now we know.
We very much
We
do.
leave Vaporeon.
Slop confirmed.
Slop, but not DDing on the tar. Can't be doing that.
I guess worried
Just
about
hit
the hydro pump.
lead.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Vap lead, I feel like maybe an exception.
So
Yeah,
this is
that's
the
not
famed
where-
slop
it's the one
line of just insta losing to everyone.
This is crazy.
Oh, I gotta hit this. My bad, everybody. We're back.
Yeah, I made 2 versions of this team. One has Magneton, the other has Doug Trio. So we kind of get to choose whether we want to lose to Skarmory or Blissey.
That was a crazy T-wave by them. I would have been so worried about you having sub. Well, I guess it's not crazy.
Oh, interesting. Okay, rest
Yeah, they have
Registeel.
rest.
This
Rest
is
Reggie.
maybe like a
Oh, the
fake
crit.
slop. Yeah, that's very impactful.
People complain about Blissey. Can I complain about Registeel? Is that
I
allowed?
guess the cycle. Yeah, he's been around for long enough that you're allowed to hate him.
He's just like so hard to
probably
kill, and he
should've switched
T-waves
to-
everything, and I don't like
I
it.
probably should have switched to Vaporeon there on the rest turn, but
Yeah.
it is what it
He
is.
is a T-Wave bot with like better PR than most of the other ones. Like people for sure will get sick of this guy. It's only a matter of time.
When Registeel starts showing up on the stall teams, then people are going to be hating.
That's actually where he got his first big break. Was on Reggie V5,
Yeah.
in like late 2023. Like Redless and myself and a few other players were like spamming him. And then people figured out he was like a good fit as like a pivot on offense too. And now here we are at the modern day. But he definitely does fit on V5. Like he's a very solid 6-mon for that team.
Okay, Lunatone gets
wish-
a free click.
I wish I had the stats on this, but I think Lunatone was the Pokemon that caused the most timer usage.
Oh, I bet.
Where they're like, "What the hell is this?" Let me go to the
Yeah.
Smogon page
Like
real
I would,
quick.
I would like BP to Lunatone on
Yeah.
like a Rock Week Pokemon, and they were
Yeah.
some people would take a whole minute to figure out
Yeah.
what to do.
T-waving the CM passer is like really scary stuff because that gives
They
it a
get
free
slow
slow
pass.
pass.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I was
that was
Whoa.
a crazy CM.
ordinarily greedy.
That was
Let's see. Since the
crazy.
replay got saved, I imagine
Gets
it
it
doesn't
off.
get punished. Okay.
Okay,
Vap
does
in.
this just win?
Wow.
Does this get the one shot? Oh my god, he goes for a seismic toss. Yeah, I would
Uh-oh.
have been afraid of the sub if I were him as well. And now you can't sub, but this will just kill the Reggie.
Totally. Is he able to punish and outspeed the Vap here? Okay. Let's see. So this
There's
is
no
looking
more
like Slop
reflect.
with rest on that for some
Oh,
reason.
crit brick break might have
Crit break.
mattered.
Don't think
I
it
think that,
mattered,
yeah.
but
Yeah, probably would have killed either way.
Maybe
But
didn't
now we
matter.
got Ice Sceptile in. So the CM pass is
HP
still on the
Ice.
table. But
Nice, and the
Yep.
Reggie's gone. So okay,
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing. What else can stop Sceptile? Surely not this Aerodactyl. What else is the team? We got Rachi to come in on the HP bug.
let's see. Beast Slam.
We parried the N-Pert. Wonderful.
I don't recall from the paste if this is Mix Rachi, is it?
no.
Oh, it's just Wish.
It is it's a defensive Raji.
Yeah,
we'll just
grass
say that.
move
Okay.
looks glorious
Cool.
here. Isn't Leaf Blade
Yeah.
like high critical hit?
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Best mod of all time.
Mhm.
Good night, sweet Magnuson.
Earthquake is a good click, but okay, we've got this. We got the zap.
And this is the nastiest Pokemon on the team, I think.
Let's see, we got
Yeah, N-Pert
Yep.
cannot take one of those.
Annihilated.
T-Tar comes in. I'm scared.
Yeah, if T-Tar boosts up, and it does.
Yeah, but Sceptile can it still outrun after
Yes,
plus
it
one?
can.
They
It's,
go for a rock
ooh,
slide. They could have went for a double DD, my friend.
mhm.
Yeah, honestly, and if they did, they probably win.
They win the
Jirachi,
game.
well, Jirachi can live up +2.
Can it
Earthquake.
really? It can live +2 Earthquake? That's crazy. Are you
Boulder Rachi-
sure?
I feel like
Oh yeah, I guess +1
Well,
does
it
70,
depends.
so it might be a roll.
Yeah.
If they're adamant, I think they have favorable odds.
Yeah, for sure.
They've got
But they still
EQ
threw the
here.
game by not going for a DD.
Rachi
Yeah,
doing
they
Def
protect.
Rachi's here.
Whatever they have in the back probably needs to come in over the Rachi there, because
It's
you have your
sneaky.
protect. You have like your guaranteed protect.
See, I
We
think this
could-
guy's cooking too hard with Slap. He should just take one of Ferdazi's teams instead
That's-
of whatever this is.
That's what I would
Instead
do.
of rest Registeel. That seems like a pacing mismatch, but you do you, man.
Okay, double
Ooh.
CM. Is your Ice Beam gonna kill?
It should from this range, I would think. Although, let's see.
Oh, goes for Roar.
Doesn't have it,
Sir,
presumably.
if you roared in the Sceptile, you were just gonna get outsped and you were gonna die
Mhm.
forever.
Mhm.
Okay, we're hard going Zap.
And it was kind of a moot point anyway. It's like, like Zapdos is just coming back in.
Yeah,
Like-
I don't know if I understand that play, but oh, we're sacking Sceptile. How could you?
Well, the
Not the
featured
featured
Shitmon
Mon.
has to get sacked.
True.
Mhm.
That's the rule of Mons.
And we're gonna wish
True.
up.
All right, and the bad man in me thought about maybe PP stalling all the rock slides out, but
That's insane.
That's kind of tough to do to a 1500 gamer.
And we hit 1500 with CM Pass. Do you have a name for this team?
Yeah, it's a CM pass for demonstration, man.
Excellent.
Very-
Well, thank you, Tetra, for sharing amazing technology here. I'm sure we're gonna see this all over the ladder. It should be the new wave.
Somebody's gonna try this out at like 1100 and lose all their elo and say, "How are you supposed to use this team?"
You know, I heard the sample teams on Smogon on the ADV forums actually recently got updated. They're gonna have to do another update to make sure that this gets on there.
No, there's so many instant loss matchups. Like Curseflax is basically like the only way I beat Curseflax is if I hacks it with Jirachi.
Yeah,
And
there's no.
frankly, That's the only way I beat Blissey as well. I've got a crazy game against a CM Blissey.
Nephew is asking and has been asking which matchup in the next round of Mugulus would be the most hype, and I have an answer because I don't really know. I haven't like really looked at the bracket.
Let's pull this up real quick.
I've heard that I'm supposed to play the winner of like 2 people or something. I don't really know how it works.
Okay, so here, let me just like link you guys to.
Is there like a bracket that we can look at?
There's the pairings thread in the Mugulus Cup 2 channel of the Revival server. And right now it looks like it's round 5, like losers bracket only.
Right.
So let me drop a link to that in Zets for you real quick.
That's what I didn't understand, because like in round 6 I'll be playing somebody else that was in winners. So like somebody told me I play the winner of somebody versus somebody. Maybe their round 4 set wasn't complete yet. But would this mean that we should know the round 6 matches already, right? Because it's just people who won in round 4. So can we infer who's playing who?
Yeah, but we don't know who's paired up with who. I don't know if they're like
Right.
randomized or what.
Yeah.
Out of these guys, just from round 5 losers, I feel like Adam versus Clurd is going to be crazy. Clurd's a very
Ooh,
solid.
Fingal
I mean,
versus Mom's Dump Truck.
That's also, I think, a contender for the most hype one. That's going to be good too. Figo likes to
Mioke,
bring.
losers bracket Mioke is like must-watch TV,
Mhm.
in my opinion. I
Mhm.
wouldn't want to miss that. Mint Europe is here. Garpachi, a lot of familiar faces.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I think I'm
wonder
gonna have to go with
who-
Clurd. Yeah.
Okay, this is the outcomes of round 3. So this is also losers. So they didn't post outcomes of round 4 yet?
Guess not. It is Sunday, so maybe they're getting around to it.
Yeah. But round 4 was last week. Like hasn't this past week been round 5? Yeah, see, this is all the round 5 stuff. So I think they just haven't updated who won in the upper bracket.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we know maybe Dwagon defeated Mioke, which is kind of crazy.
It is.
I got a
is
bye
wild.
round 1, and I won 2 sets to get floated to round 6, the deepest run of my career. But if you
Yes,
just
you
don't
have
tell
to
anybody
win
I got a
one more.
bye, it seems like I'm actually kind of cooking a little.
You have to win one
I-
more
I-
so
I
that
would
we can
argue
say that
you're
you're
still
positive.
Yeah, I guess if I lose this round, then I'm just 2-2, and I'm just like I gotta get like the hat that says 2-2 on it.
Yeah. This tour was by far my worst performance of like any tournament ever. I actually don't think I'd ever gone negative in a tournament before, but I went 1-2 in this one because
Ouch.
I misclicked turn 1 of my round 2 set. And like, yeah, like game 1, turn 1 misclick into like me not correcting it by just going to the thing I meant to do and trying to play it out from there anyway, which is a mistake. And just a helpful piece of advice I would say to just people in general is if you make, even if it makes you look like a complete idiot, just go to the thing that you meant to go to, or that would be the best thing. Don't just try to play it out to make it look like you didn't make a mistake. Like just
Yeah. Sunk cost fallacy and all that.
For sure. Yeah, and then I lost to Clurd, who just got I mean, Deafme's a really solid mount, but Clurd's also a very solid player. So
True.
yeah, these things do happen.
No shame in losing to Clurd. That's a gamer through and through. I agree with what you said too. I remember watching like Mango do a Smash analysis of like one of his matches back in like 2013 or 14 on his Twitch. And he said to him, one of the things that like really differentiates like top players from like really good players is like their ability to like react to things and like mistakes that they made in the moment and just like recover from them really quickly. Like some people will like break down, they'll like get frustrated themselves. They'll get like nervous if they make a mistake, but like the ability to just like continue playing out that line to the best of your ability and salvage whatever the situation is. A lot of good players will find a way to get out of a situation that a lesser player might not have. And so I think that goes right along with a lot of the advice that you said.
Totally.
For sure.
Nephew saying, wait, are winner bracket people going up against loser bracket people next round? Graham Thorpe saying, I think so. That's confusing to me because like, if it's double elim, why would losers bracket people play winners bracket people? Wouldn't winners bracket people just keep playing winners bracket people until they lose a set?
Would.
Yeah. I think that's, I think we're spreading misinformation on the internet.
Yeah, there's no way.
I guess we'll find out though. Because that goes along with Nephew was the one who said that I play the winner of somebody versus somebody, which would imply that it's like happening this week.
Do we even know the bracket like that? Like I was so curious, like if I could like figure out who I was going to be playing early in Revival, and I had no access to that information. I said, whatever, I'll just take whoever I get. Yeah.
Well, in another 24 hours or so, round 6 for Mugulus Cup should get posted. And yeah, I'm still in. Tetra didn't enter because Tetra was too busy playing in top 32 of ADV Revival 3 because he's like low-key kind of nice like that. But I...
that was my first big tournament.
Quite a showing, man. So proud of you for that. This has been a very early morning stream for us. I got up and we started streaming at 9 a.m. my time. The event is over. Prince 1. I think we're going to call it here. But thanks again. We shout out a lot of people, but the entire community, thanks for showing love and showing up and watching. And keep supporting the Revival Tournaments channel. Top 32 matches will be posted. And yeah, Tetra and Xtina, thanks for jumping on as well. Always love to have you guys on. And keep in mind, gamers, that they have their own channels that you guys should support. Xtina may even like release a video at some point. Who knows? That could be kind of hype.
It could happen. I've got a couple PowerPoints made up. Just gotta do something with them.
There we go. I've revolutionized the ADV metagame.
The ADV PowerPoint metagame. We need a second person to switch it up and show us a new style. I'm not saying the Tetra formula is getting stale. I'm just saying, we need a little bit of PowerPoint diversity. More is always better, in my opinion.
Yeah,
more
there
is
you go.
more.
I thought HClat was going to do that with one of his videos, but he kind of dropped the PowerPoint like in the first 2 minutes.
That was a great bit, though. I love that video.
He's hilarious. I've heard that another video could be coming out on his channel as well. I've long thought about doing a video like showcasing ADV YouTubers. Maybe if I ever finish the video I've been quote unquote working on for like literally like months, then I'll move on to something like that. But
could you imagine if Jimothy Cool made it one?
That would be insane if Jim was like, here's like some ADV YouTubers you should check out. What if he just like left like one of us off, and it like turns out that like he has like beef with us? That would be like such a cool like dramatic turn.
I wonder if he had. I wonder what he thinks of me. I think he thinks decently of me because he leaves comments every now and then, but like every time we play on ladder, somebody makes a video about it.
No, he's a really nice guy. He's like super like helpful, supportive and stuff. I think he's just glad that there are other people, you know, making content for the scene and everything. But
right, maybe it takes some pressure off of him.
You can tell I'm from the Midwest because I've been trying to say goodbye for the past like 5 minutes. That's the Midwest goodbye. But we will call it here. Again, shouts to everybody. Thanks so much for everything. We'll see you in the next stream. And until then, peace out.
Bye.